Channel. Today we are going to have a look at opposition as a concept in the endgame. So we are going to have a look at 5 different oppositions. One is direct opposition. The second one is lateral opposition, diagonal opposition, distant opposition, and then finally the virtual opposition. So in this example, we have white to move and win. Obviously, we know for this example, because the pawn is on d4, we obviously have the key squares on c6, d6 and e6. If white has to move, obviously they can't move to the key square immediately. So that's the whole purpose of opposition, king d5. Opposition is when the king is actually standing in front of the other king, and the other king has to move to make way, and as a result, now here white is able to go to the key square, and as you know, because white has come to the key square, now white is able to promote this pawn and eventually win this game. In this second example, white is trying to queen. So after king d7 here, white plays a bad move d5. They should have taken played king d5 and taken the opposition. After d5, how is black able to draw this position? The correct way is after king e7, black takes the opposition. After d6, king d7, white plays king d5. And here the correct and only drawing move is king d8. Here white can try king e6, and after king e8, black takes the opposition, and this eventually ends up in a stalemate. In this example, white has diagonal opposition. It's black to move. How can white win this position? After king e8, white can take direct opposition. After king e6, king f8. Here white plays king d7, king g8. White brings the king to e7. Here black has this king h8 move. Now please remember, don't bring your king to f8 because that will eventually end up as a stalemate. So the correct move here is f6, sacrificing the pawn. After the pawn is taken, now you have king f7, and black can push their pawn, but white is in time to deliver a checkmate. In this example, we are going to have a look at distant opposition. So first we'll have a look at incorrect move. What happens if white plays king f1? They try to take the lateral opposition. If that's the case, black wins immediately. After king d2, king f2, here black will sacrifice their pawn. After the white takes the pawn, e4, and here black delivers this check. White can go to f3, but after e2, black is on time and is able to win this game because they have queen first. So going back to this position, the correct move for white to draw this position is to play king h1. This is called a distant opposition. Here, the black and white kings are separated by 3 squares. So distant opposition is when you had odd number of squares between these kings. So it's either 3 or 5 squares in between them. And this is the only way white can draw this position. Black can try, say, king d2. Then white simply has to play king h2, maintains the distant opposition. King d3, the same thing. And here black can try king e3. Then white plays king g3 and now has a lateral opposition. And this is a drawn endgame. You can analyze it yourself. Finally, I wanted to emphasize on virtual opposition. So this is a virtual opposition. This is obviously white does not need this opposition to win this game because the key squares are obviously b5, c5 and d5, and white is able to come to them anyways. However, I just want to illustrate this virtual opposition. What it means is, see here, if king d6 is played, here white can transpose that opposition into king b4 and it becomes a diagonal opposition. The same way, if king d5 is played, white can play king b5 and then this becomes a lateral opposition. So virtual opposition is obviously where the kings obviously do not have direct opposition or distant opposition. they eventually, when the king moves, you're able to transpose that either into a direct, lateral, or distant opposition, and this way you are able to move into a key squares. I hope you enjoyed this video. For more videos like this, please like and subscribe, and it's bye for now.